1 month in, there's a strange honesty to this phase of building. No hype, no team offsites, no fancy stealth mode mystery. Just me, a two-person desk in a co-working space, and chasing the stream. People romanticize the solo founder life. In reality, it's equal parts freedom and loneliness. During the day, I get long stretches of deep work, the kind you can't do in a large company. But then there's moments when I look around and the silence is loud. Even when your family supports you, and mine truly does, the actual doing happens alone. But in the middle of that stillness, I've had real progress these 2 weeks. I built 2 ML models for HyperBay. The first real intelligence inside the product. The first one is JointBERT based intent classifier. In simple terms, it helps HyperBay understand what a user means when they are typing something like "show me black sneakers under rupees 3000" or "I want outfits for a Goa trip." Instead of treating it like plain text, the model identifies both the intent and the slots, the actual details inside the query. This is what makes natural language search feel intuitive instead of rigid. And getting even a fairly decent version of this running end to end was a big step. The second is a CatBoost classifier that predicts a user's persona based on the profile information they share. It's not a mega deep model, it's a fast, interpretable, tabular model that works extremely well with fewer features. It lets me cluster users into early segments, style preferences, budget ranges, age groups. This becomes the backbone of personalization in the first version of HyperBay. None of this is cutting edge research. I'm not trying to win academic awards. These are practical, clean, functional models, built, tested, evaluated, and integrated into the actual system. And that's the part that matters. Early stage ML is less about building the fanciest architecture and more about building something that works, that ships, and that can improve as real data comes in. Cursor played a big role here, not just writing the boilerplate, but generating synthetic data that actually lets me test the idea. Synthetic data isn't a replacement for the real user behavior. We all know that. But when you're early, when you have no traffic, no sessions, no customer queries, it's a great start. It turns a blank slate into something you can iterate on. A first draft of intelligence. These weeks weren't just technical. I also started working with an executive coach again. Because when you are a solo founder, the hardest part isn't writing code. It's managing yourself, your energy, your output, your headspace. Having someone who keeps you accountable, someone outside your family, outside your emotional circle, is underrated. It costs money, sure, but the ROI, at least for me, is clarity. I worked with her during a leadership program in a previous job, and continuing with her now feels like a gift I'm giving future me. On the personal side, the most unexpected win of the last 2 weeks has been fitness. I'm more consistent than I have been in months, primarily because I'm not traveling. I feel better, stronger, sharper, I'm getting enough sleep, and when you are building something from scratch, your body is the last mode standing between you and burnout. And this is where the two worlds meet, fitness and building. Because consistency is the only trait that compounds in reps, in lines of code, in investor conversations, and in life. Before I close, let me touch on something from the AI world these last 2 weeks. Because honestly, it's impossible to build an AI native startup without keeping your ear to the ground. A few big things happened recently. OpenAI's O series multi-agent demos are quietly signaling a shift. We are going from single model prompts to workflows that behave like mini software systems. For HyperBay, this means the agentic layer I'm building gets more leverage every month. Google's new Gemini Nano updates now run Vision Plus language locally on device. This matters because among many other uses, future fashion discovery could partially live on the phone itself, faster, more private, and more personal. And then the obvious ones. The rumblings around GPT next. Every year we say this is the biggest leap, and every year the leap gets bigger. For a founder like me, this is both terrifying and liberating. You have to build with the assumption that the ground will move beneath your feet every few months. The direction of AI right now feels like standing on wet sand. You need balance and you need momentum, or you sink. So that's week 5 and 6. Lonely but productive, messy but moving, full of tiny wins that don't look like much to the world, but they're foundations. Building a startup is simple. You either keep showing up or the dream evaporates. Here's to month 2. Let's see what it brings.